Hi, hello, Tuesday morning, 7:45. It's a bit earlier, it's a bit darker. Hello, morning Jane. Have you got Fenya in? So sorry, we could have done 8 o'clock in the end, couldn't we? It was all a bit crazy last night, of course. So I hope you're all doing all right. I just want to pay tribute this morning to all the mums and dads out there that have got to work from home and homeschool. It's just not funny. Even Vern, who's available to do homeschool, is just absolutely dreading it. So keep calm. That's my little motto of the day. Keep calm. We can do this. It's got to be easier than the first time round, in a sense, hasn't it? Because we know what to expect. But yeah, who'd have thought it, hey? Who'd have thought it? But there we are. Spring is on its way. I keep saying that as well because it's true. And hopefully we've just got to hang on to that thought, haven't we? But right now, we're going to do an hour of Fitness Pilates. A nice, strong hour of Fitness Pilates. I'm just having a look who we've got here in the two groups.
Hello, morning, Jane.
No one in that group. Not yet. Let's have a look at my... Oh, there's two of you. There's two of you around. I had a very good day at the desk yesterday. Tax return. Oh, 6 months I got done. Very pleased. Oh, Jane, you're in that group today. You're switching groups. Good to see you. Val, you're here. And Nicola, morning. Morning. Right, so I'll leave you on that group. So we're going to be doing T-hinge lifts today, your favourite. And we are going to use the bag. So if you've got one, grab it. But if you haven't, don't worry. I'll give you something else to do instead. I've always got my board. Always got the board handy. And I've got my cup of lemon and ginger tea. And I'm leaving the heater on today because my little feet got really cold yesterday. Right, let's find our neutral position. So feet hip width. Lengthen up with your shoulders back and down. And tilt your pelvis forward and back. Brilliant. Loosening up your hip flexors. Lovely. So who's also finding it so hard to get out of bed? Oh my gosh, it's so hard. And it's so good to have something to get out of bed for, isn't it? Dogs, work. Lovely. Now find your middle position. So not forward, not back. Tuck your buttocks under to find the middle of the two extremes. And then take a breath, expanding your ribs laterally. And as you exhale, brace your core in towards your spine, brace it in, and pinch your pelvic floor. Lovely. Let me just turn that down. I can hear myself. And then start with a gentle sway. Brilliant. Brace your core as you sway a little bit too far forward. And then side to side, lengthening up. Really lift your posture, feel tall, feel strong, feel the way we need to be right now. In control. And round in a circle. Lovely, round you go, brace in. Pinch your pelvic floor. Round you go. And the other direction. So many people message me and say, thank you for keeping us sane. Honestly, thank you for keeping me sane. Aren't we lucky to have each other, really? We are, to be able to do this and literally keep each other sane. Keeping a bit of normality, routine, and definitely keeping our bodies feeling strong. Mine feels completely back to normal today. If you were here yesterday, I was a bit achy and stiff from lounging around over the new year. Never works for me. You always think, oh, I need a break, so you have a break and then you feel worse for it. But yeah, back to normal today. Feeling completely different in here right now, actually, I must admit. That first day back is always just carries some anxiety, doesn't it? Very strange, but lovely to feel back in control. Brilliant. Brace your core as you twist round. Very slowly. Mobilising our spines. So today we're going to mobilise one side at a time. Hoist your shoulder up to your ear and back. And the other direction. Hoist your shoulder up and forward. Lovely. Then brace your core, take your arm up and back, and then drop. Then hold it up, V, W. Bring your elbow back behind you. Big stretch up, bring it back. And then the pec deck. Bracing in, nothing else is moving, just this arm. Lovely. Now the other side. Shoulder up to your ear and back. And the other direction. Brilliant. And take your arm up and let it drop. Lovely. Not many early risers this morning by the looks of it, just the two of you. Great. And then V, W. Big stretch up, bring the elbow back behind you. It was great to hear, Val, that you went straight out for your walk yesterday. Really good. I've told the kids that if I finish work at this time, I will be doing the 9 a.m. exercise with them. Half an hour of outside, fresh air. And then the pec deck. Push the elbow back. Lovely. And now our necks. Brace the core in, pinch your pelvic floor, and twist. Ear to shoulder. Fabulous. Right, some standing mountain climbers. Reaching one arm up to the ceiling and lifting the other leg. Actually, I'm turning that heater off. Warm already. Keep my socks on today. Lovely. Big stretch up. Keep going. 13, 14, a lovely stretch up. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Lovely. And circle the hip. One side, then the other. Brace your core and circle round. And lean forward. Brace your core as you lean forward and kick back. Brace. Lovely. This movement is what our body needs. And out to the side. Brace your core. Out you go. Nine, 10. Let's take ourselves up onto toes and then swish down. So that lovely swish feeling. Weaker backs, you can keep your chest up like this. Bend the knees and keep your chest up. And if your back's feeling strong enough, you can drop your head and fold forward. Fold forward. Brace your core. Up you go. Couple more. You can tell I like the feel of this one. Lovely. And let's do our squats. Actually, let's do a whole load of these. That feels nice. Big stretch up. Brace your core and up to the ceiling. 4 and the other way. 1. Really lengthen from your scapula, your shoulder blades. 3, 4. Good. And some squats. Exhale on the way up. Keep going, let's do 20 of these. Now get down, down, as we're warming up now. Go a bit lower. Down, down. 4, 5, down, down. 6, really stick out your buttocks behind you and lengthen up. 8, 9, 10. Lovely. Let's go out, so go wider, turn your toes off, knees in line with toes, and lengthen up. Down, down. 5, 6, 9, I can feel a little nice gentle ache from yesterday. 10, let's do 5 more of those. 1, 2, not rushing to come up because I'm going down deeper. 3, working our muscles more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Lovely. Let's get into our T-hinge lift. So let's have a stretch of our thighs. And then we'll get into the hinges, Jane. Brilliant. So bend the leg, pull the heel towards your buttock. And then into dancer pose if your back feels strong enough and you're not anti-postnatal. Lovely. And the other side. Brilliant. Okay, standing off to the side now. I'm going to stay on the mat. I'm going to challenge myself, mainly because the floor's freezing cold. But if you think you're going to wobble about, come off the mat. Let's do 4 circles. 1, 2. Keep your chest lifted. Beautiful ballet posture. 4. Now lift your knee. Tilt forward. Tilt forward into what you think is your T position. So lift your chest, don't fold forward down like this if you're looking. Lift up, so you're in a T position. Weaker backs, you don't have to lean over as far or lift the leg as much. And then we are going to go up and down. Weaker knees, just put both feet down and do some deep squats. 15. I went quiet so I could concentrate, but I'm pleased with that today. Other side. So we're going to do 4 circles first. 1, brace your core, lift your chest. 2, 3, 4. Now lift the knee, tilt over. Into position. When you're there, when you feel stable, up and down. Concentrate. Fourteen. 15. Well done, me. Right, brilliant. Go back to the other leg. We're going to do some of these ones. Lean forward. So repeaters without the leg going down. You don't need to lean right forward into the T-hinge position, but just with the foot off the floor will be fine. So I'm going to get back over there. Arms forward. Let's go. 8, 9, and 10 of those will be perfectly ample today. Really using our core for this. Well done. Brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor, over you go to your desired position. And pull. 4, come on. 10. Yes. And then we're going to finish off, so swap sides again with the standing repeater. 1, 15 each side. 3, 4, hand to knee. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Fabulous. Other side. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Wonderful. Right, give your wrists a wiggle. Feeling good? We're here, we're doing it. And yes, and again, thank you for keeping me sane. We're all in it together, hey? Right, wrists. Up and in. The reason we're doing lots of wrists is because we're going to do lots of press-ups. And twiddle. Twiddle your wrists. And figure of 8. So clasp the hands together and draw a figure of 8. Not with the whole arm, just your wrists. And then the other direction if you can get your head around it. Great, you are ready for press-ups. Now we're not doing regular press-ups today, we're going to do the shoulder press-ups. So if you can just watch me very quickly, and these are good for anti-postnatal as well, just not so good for weak wrists. So if you want to do the other type, that's fine. So we'll do some roll downs, and when we've done our dog stretch, you will stay in the dog stretch position, really push back on your arms, you'll wiggle the fingertips off the mat, and then bend your elbows and press. Yep, so you are not doing this. Can I just show you? Don't lean forward and then do it. I want you to stay back in the dog stretch and then press. And then we'll come up and we'll do it twice through. Weaker back, just get straight on the floor and into your child's pose instead of doing the roll down. Right, let's go. Take a breath. And as you exhale, roll forward like a floppy ragdoll. Bending knees ever so slightly. Pendulum arms. Pendulum arms with a bounce. Bending the knees slightly to take off any stiffness. Let your head drop and rotate side to side. Then walk your hands forward and push back into the dog stretch. Push back, enjoy this. We're not going to do the press-ups just yet. Let's enjoy the dog stretch. Soften the elbow joint. Head down. No tension at all in your neck. Lovely. Now stay there. Wiggle the fingers off the mat. And like I said, if you prefer to do a normal press up on your knees or straight legs, feel free. Anti-postnatal, you can either do this or the wall version. Bend the elbows, head goes to the mat. Feel the muscles in your upper back working as you push yourself back. Of course, the shoulders as well. So I'm going to do 5 more. 1, you might have done enough. 2, aiming to get your head as close to the mat as possible. 5, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Dangle like a rag doll and brace your core to slowly pull up. Lovely. Arms up to the ceiling. Brace in again. Exhale as you perform a little baby back bend. With your baby back bend, don't push your pelvis, knees and hips forward. Just a little back bend from above. Not good for weaker backs. Right, let's go down. Do exactly that again. Take a breath. Exhale as you roll down. Pendulum arms, so just let it all go. Lovely bounce. And rotate side to side. And then walk your hands forward. Push back on your arms. This time I'm going to turn my toes out and bend one knee, then the other. Great. Keeping in that position, pushing back a bit more, wiggle the fingertips off the mat so that you're as wide as you can be, and press. Remember, keep push back, don't lean forward. You should be in the dog stretch and then bend the elbows, that's all you're doing. You could lift one leg and do it, shouldn't I? I forgot to say that. And then lift the other one, if you feel strong enough, of course, to do so. This is adding weight to the shoulders. Fine, lovely. On your knees and into the child's pose. Well done, brilliant. That's it. And just wiggle your pelvis side to side. Widen the knees. And just lean your hips from side to side. Who's seen The Serpent? You know when the drama is so good, you can't stop thinking about it, and I can't wait to watch it again tonight. Oh, it's so good. We've done 5 episodes in 2 nights. Right. Pop your arm under. You're now on the side of your face. Relax your pelvis. I think that's what we should all do for the next, well, for the rest of the winter. Just get stuck into box sets. Have a routine. Exercise in the morning, if it allows, of course. Now lift your arm up. I suppose you've just got to have the several components of the day and fit them in when you can. Got to be some exercise, got to be some fresh air, got to be a couple of box sets. Lovely. Healthy food, some naughty treats if we need it. Okay, arm under. Wonder how many people's dry January went badly wrong last night after the news. Arm up. I'm actually doing dry January and I managed to dig deep last night. Yeah, I managed to dig deep and not have a drink. I went and cleaned my teeth. I think I cleaned my teeth after Boris's announcement, but I find if you clean your teeth, it's like you're telling yourself that's it, at the end of the day, nothing else is going in, but I managed to do it. I did have some chocolate instead, so I'm not a saint, don't worry. Right, pigeon. Let's get our hips nice up. I know what I wanted to do today. On all fours, we can rest, you can go down here. So we're going to end up in the pigeon, but I want you to do some more hip mobility. So from all fours, circle round 4 times, one leg, without leaning the other way. 4, then the other direction. Brace your core. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the other leg. Circle it round. 1. Exhale as you go round. Don't let yourself lean the other way. 3. Keep this pace. 4. Other direction. Bracing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Now take the other leg. Going to do 10 lifts. Just 10. 2. Mainly for mobility. 3. Keep your torso still. 4. As you keep the sole of your foot up to the ceiling. 10. Now take that foot forward and onto the inside, the outside of your hand. Then lean forward. You should be getting used to this now, some of you. Lean forward. Put the hand in the middle of the mat for balance and place the other hand by your ear. Ready to crunch down and come back up again. Anti-postnatal, don't go all the way up. I don't need to twist too far up, but everybody keep dropping the elbow down and then twist up. So drop down and then up. Down and then up. Fabulous. From there, lean back onto the heel. Yeah? And aim to put so your hand is on the other side of the leg now, and you're aiming to put your head down towards your knee. Rounding your upper back, feeling the stretch at the back of that leg. And then returning it. So we're going to go up, donkey kick 10 times. Get into a lovely neutral position. Exhale up. Ten. Pop that leg. or that foot to the outside of the other knee. No, other hand. Lean forward. You must lean forward. Look, we don't want you to stay there because you're not getting a hip stretch. Lean forward like you're about to start a sprinting race. Hand in the middle of the mat. Hand by air and crunch. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Really drop down and up. Feeling good. Great. Then swap the hand to the outside position. Lean back. And then, so you're on your heel here. And then your head goes towards your knee. Does one side feel tighter than the other? Rounding your back here. Lovely. And return it. Then we're going to go into the pigeon. The pigeon where one leg is forward, the knee is open to the side, and you're going to lie down without falling over. Can you see? This is what I call falling over, look. Not up here, which is what we want. You don't want to fall over here because you're losing so much of the stretch if you do that. And then lean gently side to side. Push up. Lovely. And the other side. Bring the knee forward, put the foot across, lie down low. Wiggle side to side. And push up. Really great. And push back. Lovely. Just have a quick sip. And before we go down, I wanted to just do a couple more things. Let's just give the wrist a wiggle again. And again, you can go onto forearms if you need to, but we're going to do leg pull from a plank position. This one. Right, so in a plank position, anti-pose nature, if you can just pop yourself into side plank, or anyone else beginners, let's get you into a beginner's plank on your knees. Yeah, the rest of you, get yourself into a plank position. I'm going to slip on my socks now. And we're going to lift one leg. You don't have to lift it high. Brace your core and lift it. Then put it down. Hold your plank for a few more seconds. Then brace your core and lift the other one. Not good with socks. Place down, brace your core, and lift the other side. Place down, brace your core, and lift the other one again. Lovely. Then lower to the mat. If we've got any antenatal, just stay on all fours. And we're going to do this version of leg pull. So your hands, I've got two different versions. More advanced or stronger backs can go up here and do it because you've got more of a arch in your back and you'll be strong enough to hold that. If your back's on the weaker side, you can stay down here with just a little chest lift and pull. So you decide. I think I might stay down here today, in light of the fact that my back was a little bit on the tender side yesterday. I'm feeling great today, so I'm going to keep it that way. Brace my core, pinch your pelvic floor, face down and pull. So we're working on hamstrings here. Control your legs so it's not doing this. Yeah, control the movement and keep your core lifted off the mat. Same if you're up here. Don't have your tummy pushing down into the mat. Just brace your core and lift it a bit. Head should be in this position. Therefore, your back is supported. So if your core's braced in, your back's supported. If you sort of let it go from the middle, see this, I feel strong enough with this, because I've firmly got my core braced in. Face is in a good position. And I can certainly feel this in the hamstrings. Tummy sucked in. I'm going to go down and do another 10. Core braced in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Good. Lovely. And while we're down here, let's do some VW. My classic exercise. V, your arms are in a V position. W, squeeze them back. So you're feeling like you're squeezing a 50p piece between your shoulder blades. Face down but off the mat. Brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor. V, W, V, W. Exhale as you bring the elbows back. Five more. Exhale as you bring them back. Now I'm keeping it simple by not lifting my legs. You can lift them if you want, but keep the core braced in. 5, lovely. Push yourself up and back into the child's pose. And just wiggle very gently again, side to side. Just side to side. Loosening up. And now we're ready to get on the back. Still with me? Let me see who we've got still. Jane and Val, I think. Well done, you two. Not so keen today. The others. Right, on our backs. So yeah, next week I will obviously be doing your sessions, Jane, and then I'll be adding Val the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9:30, 9:15 sessions as well. So time for me to be getting strong again. Right, lovely. All twin knees. Arms up to the ceiling. So just keep yourself ready. Get in position, arms up. And as I said yesterday, always doing our ab prep. You can have the arms down. Anti-postnatal, just drop the knees halfway down. Brace your core to return. So yeah, I was very pleased yesterday. I've been, you know, when you've got to do your tax return, it's always just such a mission, but whenever you get on with it, it's so much easier and better than you think it was. So I managed to do 6 months yesterday, and I'm literally buzzing today because I know I'm going to get the rest finished. So that is really good news. My website, my membership website is almost finished, so that should be done by the end of the week. So by next week, I'm going to be feeling really good, I think. 2 big jobs ticked off. I'm sure I'll find another one. That is the problem with being self-employed. It's relentless and you just want to keep getting better. But I think I've got to tell myself, try and focus and help with the schooling and make the kids happy. Got to be done this time. Right, lovely. Enough of those. Let's turn ourselves into the shoulder bridge. Again, I'm going to do it in stages. Feel free to do it the way you like to do it best. But beginners or anyone with a weaker or slightly tender back, just break it down. So let's just start with the tilt. Exhale as you tilt. Pinch the pelvic floor and squeeze the ball as you tilt. Lovely. Now let's roll halfway up your back and down again. So tilt, brace, pinch, and roll back down again. Tilt, brace, pinch, and roll down again. Roll down again. Tilt, brace, pinch, and roll down again. And all the way up. Roll down. Lovely. Tilt, brace, pinch, up you go. And roll down. Vertebrae by vertebrae. So that your spine feels like a wheel as it rolls down beautifully to the mat. And doesn't it feel great when it really does do that? If your back feels achy one day, just keep doing these, even just the tilts, whichever part of the back needs it. Just break down the stiffness. Now let's add the arms in. So exhale, body up, arms overhead, body down, and return. So exhale, body up, arms overhead, body down, arms return. Feeling good. Right, hands behind head, into crunches, into crunch mode. If we've got any weaker necks here, you can keep your head down and do cycling. Always my first default, isn't it? Cycling, yeah? Weaker backs, you can do one leg cycling. But if you can, we've got hands behind head and you are crunching. As you crunch, don't let this happen. Watch my pelvis. Ready? Can you see I'm tilting my lower back into the mat and pelvis is coming towards me? We don't want that. Push. Squeeze the ball. Push, push, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Exhale on the way up. Push, push. 1, 2, 3. Push, push. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to sit up, pop the ball behind the middle to slightly up, above the middle of your back. So on the bra strap area, ladies, as you go over, it should feel comfortable. If you feel dizzy as you over or, slightly nauseous, Keep your eyes looking forward. They'll obviously go up a little bit, but don't swing the eyes back and then forward. That's actually what makes it feel worse. So the ball should not be at the top of your back. Can you see where it is? So it's not up here. It's just above the middle of my back. Anti-postnatal, because this is working the top section of our abdominals, this isn't too bad. So if you've got a gap down here somewhere, this is not too bad, this one. If you're newly postnatal, I wouldn't bother with this. Keep doing the cycling. Very slowly cycling. Push, push. 9. 10. Then I'm going to lift the one leg. Push, push. The leg is optional. 10, and the other leg. Very slowly does it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fabulous. Let's do 10 more to finish. I'm obviously feeling very comfortable in this position right now. I think it makes a difference if you've not eaten. Don't know why. I don't know why, but I feel really good doing this. 3, 4. And the stretch over the ball is lovely. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if you've not got a ball, you can stretch your arms and legs far away. If you've got the ball and you're happy in this position, see if you can get your head down to the mat. So you're really making more of a stretch, basically. Then you can deepen the stretch further by stretching the legs out. And then you can deepen it further again. This really adds to it by taking the arms overhead. If this doesn't feel nice, don't do it. Just remove the ball and just stretch arms and legs overhead. No, not legs. Arms away from overhead and legs away from you. Brilliant. I'm going to come up now and I'm going to just move the ball a little further down and do it again. So start with legs bent, head back, and just start adding to it. Oh, nice. This might not work for everybody, so just listen to your body. But to just keep stretching arms and legs overhead is fabulous as well. That feels great. I'm going to try one more. So I'm going to take it down a bit lower. Yeah. So you might not want to stretch your legs out. Brilliant. Oh, what a difference a day makes on my back. It's feeling happy. Back to normal. I know you experience this a lot, Jane. You know, one day your back feels good and one day it doesn't, and at least we know what to do. Pilates, how lucky are we? Right, ooh, now I've gone dizzy. Excellent. I wanted to get some more on our sides today. So we did hip hitches yesterday. We did do thread the needle, didn't we, yesterday? Yeah. So we're going to do a few clams. And we're also going to do scissors. So let's start with scissors. Using the ball. So if your arm doesn't want to go up here, use the ball. Put your head on the ball. If you can, put your arm up there. This arm will probably need to go down in front, but not like this. Don't drag your shoulder down and lose that lovely neutral position. Just pop your fingers down, brace your core, pinch your pelvic floor, lift the legs and scissor. And once you've got the legs going, try and pop your arm on your side. Focus on a point ahead of you and try not to lean forward and back. Exhale when the legs move in one direction, inhale the other. You decide. I like to exhale when the bottom leg is going back. That's with the most effort. So normally with Pilates, remember you exhale with effort. So this way is easy, and then that needs more attention. Two more. Lovely, really feel that in the top leg. Bend the legs, and let's do a series of clams. So make sure the foot is on foot, the knee is on knee, the hip is on hip. Basically, you're in beautiful position. And just lift, placing some pressure on the leg if you feel that you can work harder. Exhale on the way up. 5, 6, push on the leg. 10. Now add a flick. So lift, flick, in and down, and a click. 2, 3. No rolling back. Imagine you've got a brick wall behind you. 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to take it into the other clam where you separate the knees and lift the feet, keeping the lower knee on the mat. Lower knee stays down. Keep the heels together. And hip replacements, watch it. If you don't like this, just lift the top leg. Don't bother with the other one because you get that twist, that angle here that might not feel nice. Good. And then knee forward, kick up. So the knee is touching the mat in front of your other knee, and then you kick forward. Ready? 1, 2, always a killer. 3, kick forward and up. 5, 6, 7, ouch, 8, 9, and 10. Now the other side. Made me cry. Brilliant. Okay, scissors. Lengthen up. Spend a moment getting in the right position. Head relaxed down. Fingertips on the floor just until you get started. Lift your legs, brace your core as you do it. And scissor. Check you're not going to knock your cup of tea over. That's it. Then if you can, you don't have to, pop the arm on your side. It might take a couple of you wobbling about. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Can do 5 more. I was just looking on the camera. Can you see my top foot? it was flopping down. This is where I've badly injured my ankle in the past, so I'm just keeping it upwards. Have a think about those little points. I noticed when I had the photo shoot that all sorts of parts of me were really not in a perfect position at all. So we can try and think about that next time. Lovely, get yourself in position for clams. Lengthen this arm up again, or lie on the ball if it's difficult. Right, just lift the leg. So this is the safest one for the hip replacements, to strengthen up, just lifting the leg. No twist in the joint. 8, 9, 10. So you're pushing down on this thigh just a tiny bit if you can. 10, then the clam. Separate the knees, lift the feet and keep the lower knee on the mat. Keep the heels together if you can. Exhale up, 5, and don't roll back. Not like this, look. That would tell me that you're not using your core. Brilliant. And then knee forward, kick up. Think elegance. 6, 8, 9, 10. Whoop, whoop. Brilliant. We're almost done. So let's just sit back into our child's pose and do the motorcyclist round the bend, where you lean your hip towards the mat one way. Again, don't fall down. Just lean it one way and lean your body the other. That's it, just taking the tension out from where we were doing our clams. Fabulous. Right, tuck your toes under, sort my tops out. I think I'm going to be getting some really warm leggings on now. It looks cold out there. Okay, stick your buttocks up towards the ceiling, push back. Oh, lovely. Enjoy that final dog stretch. Bending one knee, then the other. And then walk your hands back. Dangle like a rag doll. And slowly pull up. Yay! Lovely. Let's take a big stretch up. Bend your knees down. Brace your core up. And there you go. Thank you, Jane. Brilliant. Ooh, I always realise how hard we worked when it's so cold at the end, hey? No, thank you very much. Have a good day, Jane. I know I don't need to tell you what to do. You're positive, you're out there, you're walking. Yeah, just got to keep happy, everybody. Do whatever it takes. Lots of love. Lockdown number 3. Bye.